Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Friday, January 16th, and we're going into a 3-day weekend with Martin Luther King Day Friday, so just be aware of that. Let's see what the market has in mind for us today on a Friday. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? And here you go, your heat map right there. Nvidia's way up there. Apple's down a little bit. We'll see what that wants to do, but Nvidia's jumping up right there. It does have resistance above it, so it's trying to hit it right now. I was looking at it. I don't know. We'll see. It might bust out there today, but might not. I can't really tell just at the moment. We'll see. TSM still up right there, but not like crazy. So let's take a look and see what's going on with the rest of our market. I did not see our Jolie's jumpers, and let's see what's going on here with our SPY and everybody else. And let's see, here's our SPY. It's sitting on that trend line, but it doesn't look perfect. It could turn around today, but it is just sitting there. It might be one of them weird Fridays. To remember, we might have a SCOTUS decision this morning about the tariff. So today would be the next day that they would release something. So we'll be waiting to see about that at 10 a.m. So that'll be all the rage right there. And the Qs right here, not looking too bad. Look at them. They look like they want to roll off and go up. So it's an interesting look because in your SPY is like just sitting on this trend line. It isn't a bullish state, but it's just sitting right there. So they could both, and that could roll right off and go popping. So you could see them try to get set up today. It's going to be an interesting one because, again, we have a 3-day weekend, and who the heck knows what's going to happen over this weekend because anything could happen, especially with Iran and all that. IWM is still up right there this morning and not looking too bad getting into the top. So there you go with them. Let's go ahead and look at all of our other ones right here. Of course, our Mag 7C, Apple's down a little bit right there, as you can see. And it looked like it was trying to curl up right there. You got that pullback. You're obviously going to get that curl up on this one, and then it's going to get ripping, guys. So you know Apple's going to get set up, and we'll see what it's going to do or how soon it's going to get set up. You like the Spotify stream there, Luis Rodriguez? I can stream it without having the window open and type chat character limit is higher than YouTube. This would be an ideal for our Michael Anthony translations. Oh, nice. And I don't know if I can put them on live on Spotify. That's the only thing. I can only upload them after, and but I try to do it like immediately. And so yeah, if you're ever want to watch the shows or anything, I do put them on Spotify now too. Good morning, Cadence. How are you this morning, and everybody else? But yeah, look at Apple pulling back a little bit, and like I said, it is going to get set up possibly for next week. That's a little dip and rip look, so we'll be taking advantage of them. Dips right there for Apple and Amazon right here up $1. That's just kind of hanging out. It does look like it wants to bounce off that MACD right there. It doesn't look like it necessarily wants to go through, but we'll see how today plays out. Google right here is up a little bit, and that's in a bullish state. Looks like it wants to run into the top again. And Meta right here is just hanging out after that nice dip down, but it's got that good support, and it should try to get bouncing relatively soon. Microsoft right there is still kind of bouncing down. Dipping down a little bit, but making a little bit of a base, and they have their earnings on the 28th. So we're going to be coming up the earnings season real soon and see what these guys are doing. They're really setting up the bounce off of these earnings, so it could be wild, and that could be the catalyst to get everything cruising. That's for sure. So Microsoft right there is going to get set up, and we'll definitely be watching for that one. And Nvidia right here is up a little bit this morning. Obviously, that's the good one with the TSM chips, but it's got resistance here, so it could get knocked down, and it doesn't look like it necessarily wants to go through the MACD right there, so just be careful in the video right at the moment. And Tesla, you can probably get at a better price, it looks like, and Tesla right here, that's getting set up, and Tesla does its own thing, so that's not looking too bad. AMC right here, it's just sitting flat, but that is looking really good. And you know what else looks good right there is GameStop, and that looks like it wants to try to start cruising. Chewy wasn't too bad, but Unity was running yesterday, and it's still running up a little bit more today. That's looking pretty good right there. And then, of course, our Netflix, that was down, and let's see, they have their earnings. When is it? January 20th. So that will be what, Tuesday, we said. And I definitely have to get myself one of them calendars over the weekend. But yeah, January 20th, and that'll be next week. So we'll be watching this, and I think Netflix is going to fly. I think we can play the earnings, and we don't ever do that. But just this setup alone, I'll probably go in with some options on it because it'll probably get flying. Netflix, everybody, how many people don't have Netflix accounts? Let's put it that way. So it's kind of like Amazon Prime. Like, who doesn't have an Amazon Prime account? Many people have. More people have that than probably Netflix, but tons of people have Netflix. So, and they're going to be buying out Warner Brothers. So we'll be keeping an eye on all that good stuff right there and see what's going on. And let's see what else is happening with our semiconductors this morning. AVGO right here. That's up. Oh, that looks like it's trying to roll. It did look like it was trying to roll off that MACD, and it is looking pretty good right there for AVGO. You keep an eye on that one. And an MU just running right back up right there. Them dip opportunity. Like I said, these dips are good. They give you opportunities here. Like that's probably what Apple's doing, and a lot of anything that's dipping, guys, they get cruising right back up. And we see it every single day now, a dip and rip. TSM right there, that's ripping right back up. And SMCI, this is getting set up, guys. This is going to start moving. So keep an eye on this thing. This is getting in a good look right there, and it wants to run. AFD was running up there, and it's still running up, looking pretty good right there. So keep an eye on that one. And then your QCOM is trying to bounce back after the dip down. Snow wasn't looking too bad yesterday. It's up a little bit. Snow could get cruising again. And then your PayPal has been dipping down here. We'll see if it actually wants to get moving. It was looking way better before, and now we have to see if it gets set back up. Intel's way up there in the top. I probably wouldn't chase it up there, that's for sure. And then your Dell right here is going to get set up, like I've been saying. I think Dell could be a great opportunity. You might want to keep an eye on that one today. That looks really good right there for DELL. And let me see what else is happening over here with our list, like IBM and Palantir and Sophie and these guys. IBM is trying to rebound. Oh, IBM looking really good too. I might keep an eye on IBM right there too, because that looks pretty well set up. So that's looking good. Palantir's trying to get set up. I know that. And that looks okay. It's trying to get set up, like I said. Sophie right here, not too bad. Just pulling back a little bit. Nothing real crazy with Sophie. And then let's look at these guys, Mara, Riot, and Clean Spark. Mara just sitting there. Riot just kind of hanging out as well. They do look like they're going to curl right back up, which is a good look for crypto. We'll take a look at crypto. Bitcoin's still at 95,000 right there. And then Ethereum's at 3,300, literally almost at exactly 3,300. Solana's at 143. Cardano's at 39. Stellar at 22. And let me see what else is going on. And Ripple's at 206 right now. So that's what crypto's up to. And we'll take a quick look at that after this. MSTR, good old strategy, just hanging out. That's getting, look at that 20 and 50 getting met up. That's going to be a good one. Yeah, crypto's getting set up. You can just tell by these guys. When these do it, you can tell what's going on. Robinhood was pulling back pretty good. That dip was probably a good opportunity yesterday. And then Coinbase right here, that dip was probably a good opportunity. So I think these dips all turn into rips right here. That's for sure. Bull, that one was pulling back there, and that still looks pretty good. Let's see if it can roll up. I was saying it was going to pop up there to the 50 by the end of the week, but I guess I was wrong. It was looking really good there at the beginning of the week to try to do it. That's for sure. And then I don't know what happened. And it did spike up yesterday, but it kind of went south. But we'll see if it can get rolling today. I'm not so sure it'll pop like that. But next week, it should be pretty good to go. Space right there is kind of hanging out at the moment. And let's see. It is trying to curl back up right there. I know Boeing was bouncing up yesterday. I forget what it was doing this morning. I saw it. Boeing, yeah, it's still up a little bit. It's in the top, so be careful with that bad boy. And DJT right here down. And this one, it looks like it's going to pull back a little bit right there for DJT. But Nike's one that we want to keep an eye on today. This one is the one that runs right before all the tariff decision stuff comes out. So just keep an eye on that. We'll have to watch that bad boy. And McDonald's pulling back right there. So you're getting a little pullback on McDonald's. Disney is not looking bad. It is pulling back, but it's sitting on that trend line. And then your Oxy and ExxonMobil, Oxy up a little bit. It's going to roll off and hit that trend line right there and pop. And then ExxonMobil looks like it wants to continue its way up there too. Here is your Chevron, and that's run up there pretty good. So I mean, it's not today, but it's been running up there and it's holding itself up. Looks like it wants to run up a little bit higher right there. And that's what we have in store on our list right there. And our DXYZ's up a little bit as well. So there you go, Sam. NASTS. Yeah, if that dips any, look at that 108 right there. Woo, that is a beauty, I would say. And yeah, we nailed that yesterday in the old Discord. And I would say that's probably going to continue its way up right there. It's looking so good, ASTS. So that should make Ben and Rhett happy. It's like their biggest positions in their retirement accounts. They were in super early too. So that is looking pretty good right there. ASTS. Let me see what else we have in store. TSM we looked at. MRVL, that Marvell right there. That's up. Oh, that's going to set up there, Luis Rodriguez. You're right. AMD's been looking pretty good, and MU is definitely cruising right back up and looks like that's going to be popping some more. Redwire right here. Oh, that looks pretty good. Redwire could be a good one this morning, guys. LEU, that energy one, Centrus Energy, that's trying to curl up some more. Bloom Energy right here took a little look. Like I said, these little dips, they go ripping right back into the top. It's pretty wild, and the market's been doing it, so it's not like it's not going to continue that pattern. VRT right now, that's it has a resistance right above it, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. And of course, our ASTS is jumping up there pretty good, so keep an eye on that one. And let's see, and then the Spotify sound quality is much better. That's going to be pretty cool. You'll use that for the replay of the episode. Sounds good. Thanks, Luis Rodriguez. So yeah, I'll make sure I upload them as quick as possible. And you guys can go on Spotify and go ahead and follow me on there, and you can check out all the episodes. I figured I'd start uploading them on there, and you can just search like Dougie Fresh Picks, and I'll come up. So it's pretty cool. And then you can listen to all the episodes if you want or anything like that. So yeah, I do upload them at night, and then I'll upload the morning show in just a little bit. So there you are with that. ACCL right there. Luis Rodriguez said it's better quality than YouTube, I guess. So ACCL, that is running up there, but we'll have to look at it today. You can see it took a nice jump this morning, it looks like. Yeah, it took a nice jump there. Whew. 686 to 1127, and you're back at 374. So I'd say if you didn't get out of that one, that was a rough morning for you, but it was a good pop, that's for sure. I don't know if it's going to run anymore. Vero right here was looking pretty. Whoa, look at Vero. We've been looking at this bad boy. People in the community are in this thing, I think. So good call for them. I don't know what was going on with this, but they clearly had news. They're definitely got something happening. I can tell you that right now. Third quarter, I'm not sure, but something's going on there. That's for sure. Hopefully a bunch of people are banking on that one today in the community, in the Discord. So good job on that one. Whoever was mentioning, I forget. Pain reform right here is jumping up. And another one. It is curling up there, but we'll have to take a look. Watch for any dips on that bad boy right there. And you agree on Netflix risk reward. Yeah, I mean, and then we already went through Netflix. They don't generally have red earnings, and I remember their last one was, and they also did a reverse split. So that might even, I'm not sure if that helps it, but look, you can see how, and then they have one red, and then it goes green for like at least three, and then they had one red. They usually don't have back-to-back reds. Let's put it that way. There's one red and then a bunch of green. Oh, they had back-to-back there. And oh wow, well that was like definitely when was this? I don't even know what year that was. That wasn't this past year though, because I'm back a little further. So that was a couple years ago. could have been definitely not during COVID. Maybe I don't even remember when it was. But anyway, my point is they generally don't have back-to-back red earnings for Netflix. And when you're down at the basement, I don't think it's coming down in that setup. I think that we're pretty safe going in the earnings for Netflix right there. It's just my point. That's all. And anyway, let's see if we can check out Grab right here, Central Garden, Florida, or Central Florida Gardening it is. Yeah, Grab, it might be a good one. I know Laptop Travel likes this one a lot. It's like the Uber of for Singapore, and we're over there or something. I think that's what this one is. I'm not exactly sure. I think. Am I wrong, Laptop Travel, or am I thinking of something else? I forget. But this one has pulled back, and this one might be a good spot to grab some. That's for sure. And it's not looking bad. And again, you might even want to wait or just keep an eye on it today. We have a 3-day weekend coming up, this OSS. I remember this one was popping up. It does look like it's trying to pop back up. I probably wouldn't mess with it. It already went into the top unless it clearly rolls in there and starts catching that momentum. And you know it, you'll play it as a momentum play, but just beware of that. And because it did recently run up there and has some good resistance, and you can see it could come down. It does look like it wants to roll up right now into the top, so that's what you want to watch. But you could easily get that to curl down, because this looks like it could come down right there. So that's something you want to look at. Central Florida Garden. You don't know why I can't say it this morning, but here we are. Your your 4Us right here, and that is Energy Fuels, and that's up this morning, looking pretty good, up in the top still. PTLE. I remember we looked at this not long ago, PTL LTD, or it was up on my scanner or something not long. I just remember seeing this one. I don't know what it does. It's a Singapore one. It is ripping there this morning. If anyone wants to take a look at that, that's a penny one. I just remember seeing that stock ticker not long ago. And yeah, I would say you like ASTS. If it can dip today after 2 red days in a row, you're ready to return green. And yeah, ASTS looking great, guys. I know that. And Wolf right here, good old Wolf speed. Let's see. That looks like it has a lot of room to move and could be getting. So maybe we want to put that on our watch list right there. I'm going to do that right there. WOLF. I'm just adding it for next week just because that looks like a pretty good setup. And you do own them Grab Leap, so I think I'm right about that company. That's what they do. Luis Rodriguez has some leaps on it. So there you go. Let's go ahead and look at crypto real quick, see what's going on over in crypto world here. And there's a Bitcoin. It doesn't look too bad. Like I said this morning, it's just kind of hanging out. We know it runs up. It's good to go. And here we go. We should try to get that roll off. We're just getting these pop-ups, a little pullback, drawback, so it can roll off and get some more speed and momentum to go up. Obviously, they just can't go straight up all the time, nor do you even want them to. So this is the perfect thing that you want to see. And again, I think it gets back up into this channel. So on this next run up, I think it kind of breaks apart from here, tries to regroup. We'll see what happens. It's a weird chart, I'm not going to lie, but it wasn't the bullish trend right here. This was tax loss selling, so it has to get back up there to run. We'll see how it works. It doesn't matter as long as it gets bullish and it can get back up to that 106 or 105 area and then break it. Bitcoin will be perfectly fine. So anyway, Ethereum right here, you can see that bad boy curling up. That looks pretty good this morning. That looks like it wants to run up some. And Solana looks pretty good to continue its way up. So yeah, they're going to make their next leg up here. And here's Ripple. That's getting ready to roll off. It pulled back a little bit. It's going to pull itself up off the 20 and roll up. So that one's going to be fine, it looks like. And Doge kind of doing a similar thing, but Doge is coming down pretty hard. It should try to bounce back off right there. Cardano, that's trying to bounce off, roll off right there. So you get the point. And Stellar, they all look pretty similar right there. So we'll be pretty optimistic with optimism right here that that's what they want to do. And that looks like it'll roll off and go back up again. So there you go with OP. And that's what they look like at the moment. And that's our good old crypto look right there. So that's what the market looks like. Let's see what our news stories are. This morning, a nightmare scenario. Nvidia's China woes could risk its lead, and how the fragile AI ecosystem may be one of the biggest risks to the markets this year. Stock futures rise as Wall Street tries to end week on strong note. And chips ahoy, that's funny. And Nasdaq futures gain right there. So that's what it looks like at the moment. That's what the heat map looks like at the moment as well. Most of them up. Apple down a little bit right there. AMD and MU ripping along this morning, looking really good. And let's see, what is our Cracker Barrel? It might not be moving just yet, but this one looking pretty good there this morning too, based off of yesterday. And so you can keep an eye on that. What's your Rocket Mortgage doing there, Zach? It's up a little bit more. You're getting into that area. I'm telling you, I would be careful. It looks like it might start coming back down. You might squeeze a little bit more. I think that yesterday squeeze up there and anything today. I would really be careful over the weekend, Zach. 3-day weekend, you're probably up on it pretty significantly. And I would just beware. LDI does look pretty good right there, I must say. And let's see what HD looks like. Home Depot just kind of hanging out. That don't look too bad. It's just Lowe's has been running up, looking pretty nice. Look at that bad boy. So it does have that look like it's getting pretty topped out there. I'm not sure. It looks like it could have some good pullback relatively soon. Let's put it there, Zach. So we'll watch it today and ask me later on in the Discord or wherever, and I'll take a peek and we'll see what it looks like for you. But just if you want to start taking, that was a good run up yesterday, exactly what we were thinking. And yeah, just be careful. You can always get it back, but you are in that top. And if that comes out and comes down, you're probably coming down to your 21 area. You'll probably drop like $2, I would think. So it will probably try to at least. You'll at least come down to here, and I think it'll drop under that. So that's your low 22s. So that's why I'm thinking you'll be in your 21s right there. So we'll keep an eye on that there for you. And that's what our market looks like on a Friday. So 3-day weekend coming up, like I said at the beginning of the show, Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So make sure you go out and help somebody. I think I try to every day, but everybody should try to help somebody every day and do something good. And so do that on Monday, especially for Martin Luther King Day. And that's what we're looking at, guys. So I'll be on in the Discord with Ben around 9:15. He'll be on, I'm sure, around 8:45 to do his morning show. You guys can check that out. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence, and you guys can check out the replays on Spotify. Luis Rodriguez seems to think that them feeds are good. I'll have to check it out. I didn't even look at them yet, Luis Rodriguez. So thanks for letting me know. I'll have to go over and look and see how they look and what else is going on. I think that's it, guys. So Zach, Luis Rodriguez, and Sam, Central Florida Gardening, Cadence, and Doge Mama 9. Robin's driving to work to laptop travel. He's probably still snoozing a little bit. I don't blame him. And everybody else that tunes in all the time, I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to follow along on Instagram and YouTube and all that good stuff right there. I like the show on your way out of here, and we won't do a show on Sunday evening, obviously, because the market's closed on Monday, but we will do a show Monday night, and it is the college championship for football, so we'll do a little watch party for that. Some good football games on this weekend, too, so just wanted to mention that, and I think that's everything to mention right there. So let's take a look at the market today. And Larry's on today, too. So, Larry, you have a great Friday. And everybody else, so you guys enjoy your day. Thanks again. And let me know if you're looking at anything that's going to be popping. Of course, you can always DM me on X, and I will respond to everybody. So thanks again. Follow along, and you guys enjoy the day. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody.